These are all AI images, and in particular made from Flux 1.1 Ultra, the latest edition of Flux. With a lot of these AI image generators popping up like Ideogram, Flux, Midjourney, Recraft, the competition between them is increasing day by day, as AI generated images keep on getting more realistic day by day. We're going to be reviewing Flux generations posted on X, and I'm going to show you step by step how to play with Flux 1.1 Ultra for free. Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra, the update came out on November 6th. It's said to be faster and can generate more higher resolution images. This says generation image time will only be 10 seconds. So two models have been launched, Flux 1.1 Ultra and the raw version. So these are some of the sample images that we have. The flare, the texture, most of these images are of natural scenes. They do look quite realistic. So this image in particular with the chef is quite fascinating. The details with the lighting and the background seems not only realistic, yet professional. There is also a raw mode which shows more of a candid personal style photography like the ones you take from your cell phones. So I guess Flux took the user's input because a lot of these LoRa trained low light images were going super viral, so they launched a separate model for that. Moving on to Flux generations on X, this one X user posted this image of this artsy looking photograph. And it does look like it's from a movie poster. What's interesting is the details in it. The background lighting has a sharp glow. You can see the reflection of the trees. The jewelry glow seems legit. I believe this was taken from the Flux Pro Ultra version and not the raw version. Because of the production look it gives, it feels like it's been post-produced. This one user says, who needs stock images when Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra outputs images like this? And this is true, because even for me, I won't be able to tell whether this image is real or fake unless if I'm told. The whole concept of people photography for ads, for university promotions, for the shots taken for the calendars or the magazines, general stock images would eventually be replaced by AI. Just like with a lot of other professions, things are really getting interesting. So this one user posted this particular photo. Actually, I'm not too sure whether this is an actual group photo or it is AI. Because I feel this is the photo of the actual person posting this post on Twitter. Again, AI is at that level that it's making me confused whether the image is AI or real. That tells you a lot about AI in 2024. So another user posted this particular image. I feel this was taken from the Flux raw model. It does have the candid feel to it. The group of friends, nothing seems off in this image. You do have the nightclub feel to it. It looks like it's taken from a simple personal phone or an iPhone. You do get the raw feel. I'll be repeating myself, but this is crazy realistic. But this is now expected of AI. This is now what AI is capable of. And this is what it is producing. Professional looking photos, raw candid photos, you name it, AI has got it. One user says this generation is much more realistic and he has trained a Flux LoRa for the generation. Again, these are different images, and for different images the result set would be different. So I don't know if you can compare the two results, but this particular photo of the woman amongst the trees does give a quite raw feel to it. Another image that was taken, I guess it was from Flux raw version, a group of friends just chilling out. Like at this point, I don't even know what's real or not. One user says, always observe the fingers. You do get the fingers bluff again and again, but if I do peek at the fingers, they seem fine. In this image, there are multiple subjects, there are multiple people, there are multiple focal points. That makes him more prone to flaws and errors, but the image looks pretty damn good. The image looks pretty ultra realistic. I would say scary realistic to be fair. This one another user compared the results for two models, Ultra and the raw version side by side, using the same prompt, where the woman is a 35-year-old woman. The first image gives an edited feel, a production feel, so I feel it's pretty ultra raw Flux made. It looks like it has gone through some lighting, some editing, some post-production, but the other image just looks like it's taken in jail, to be honest. And it's such a candid image. To play with Flux Ultra and the raw versions, I'm going to use glyph.app. As the basic prompt box, you can choose the realism to be true or false. Depending on that, it will choose either the raw version or just the Ultra Pro version. It gives you 20 credits per day, so you can prompt 20 images per day. I'm gonna go with the basic prompt, a 24-year-old woman standing in a street with dark, cloudy weather. And this is what I got for the Ultra Pro version. Quite a good generation. Cars in the background, clouds, everything seems legit, seems fair. Now let's try the same exact example but with the raw version. Here's what we got, quite a candid image. As advertised, it does give a candid feel to it. The image does look like out of an iPhone. Again, solid generation. I'm going to take some help from ChatGPT for the prompts. It says, a close-up portrait of an elderly farmer. And again, on point. The more detail you give, it does pick up on that. Before, the AI models didn't pick up much more complex prompts. The longer and the complex the prompt was, the more prone to error AI generations would become. But now it feels like it's picking up on every little detail. You can see the sunshine, the reflection. For another photo, I'm going to go with a group of friends just hanging out in the wild night. Flux keeps on amazing us. The stars in the background. They even have some drinks that was not mentioned in the original prompt. The fire flames, the wood burning, all seems quite legit, quite fair. Another prompt, a woman in a cafe. Remind you, this is the raw model version. Again, you do get the candidness and the rawness in the image. Again, the bottle and the cup and the background all seems fair. The clothes even seem on the point. It focuses on the details quite sharply, comparing it with the Ultra version. You do get the production feel to it. Again, it seems like it was properly set up. The lighting was, the camera angles were. Images look like they have gone through some post-production, some editing. For the next one, I wanted a selfie image, so went with a prompt, a 20-year-old taking a Snapchat in 2016. And here's what we have, a low-lighted image, not to mention quite realistic. I feel the other person also looks the same. Again, this is what AI is in 2024. Ultra realism, scary kind of realism. The realism which can actually affect employment. Like these can actually easily replace people photography and journal stock people photography.